Hey guys, what's going on? MaxFTE here, and today in this video, this is just going to be a recap of my local Rainbow Cup tournament. Now, I've got my teams to the left, but I actually made the mistake of coming into this without actually checking what my opponent's teams were. Mainly because in practice, I'd been kind of using Venusaur, Charizard, and Azumarill, and they'd been getting me by fine. So I just kind of went with taking those three in as well. However, I think in future I should probably check my opponent's teams more. So here I'm just using the Charizard. They actually didn't shield any of the blast burns from the Charizard, surprisingly. I find that a bit odd. I don't bother shielding the Ice Beam because obviously I'm not going to be able to get to another charge move. I switch into Venusaur and it gives me this glitch where it doesn't let you go for a charge move. But I managed to take out the Azumarill, and then they actually switch into Charizard, I believe. Yep, Charizard. So I hit the Charizard with a Play Rough, and they shield it. I've still got 2 shields though, so I'm doing fine. They go for the Dragon Claw, which I kind of thought it was going to be a Blast Burn. I was about to go for another Play Rough, but they actually go for another Dragon Claw, which I actually shield because I thought it was going to be a Blast Burn. And then they go for another charge move, so I was like, right, he's surely baiting me here, surely it's going to be a Blast Burn. But nope, another Dragon Claw, and that's all my shields gone. And they actually managed to get another charge move off, but it's another Dragon Claw, so I'm fine. And I charge up the Play Rough and take out the Charizard. So back here with the second round, I'm starting off with Azumarill, they start off with Quagsire. Here I kind of build up a wee bit of energy. Well, I actually try and bait. I was going to try and switch to Venusaur, and then as they use the charge move, but they actually charged up a lot quicker than I thought they would. But I switched to Venusaur. I shield because I know that it's going to be either Stone Edge or Earthquake because I've practiced before. Managed to take out the Quagsire without using a charge move. See, it's Charizard. Go for the Sludge Bomb because I'm not able to switch again. But I actually managed to get 2 Sludge Bombs off, surprisingly, and they actually don't shield any of them, which did catch me off guard. However, Raikou, something that I've never battled against, never practiced with, it catches me off guard. I'll say that to say the least. I get off 1 Frenzy Plant. They actually shield it. I don't bother shielding their Wild Charge because I'm so close to death anyway. Here I'm thinking, oh god, I'm kind of screwed because both Azumarill and Charizard are obviously weak to Raikou. I was actually getting a wee bit of lag here as well. I'm not going to say that's the reason I lost, but just because they did actually beat me fair and square. I keep trying to get to another charge move, however they just get there before me because Raikou charges so quickly. Charizard, chunking away at Raikou's health, however they just get to the charge move before me and they actually beat me here. Here I decided to start with Venusaur instead, just in case they start off with Quagsire, and thinking ahead, it actually worked. So I'm just chunking away with Venusaur. They switch into Charizard, so I switch into Azumarill. I tried to there, but it glitched out. It didn't let me for some reason. So they go for the Blast Burn. It doesn't do a whole lot to me. I just keep chipping away with the Bubble from Azumarill. They go for another charge move. I shield it because 2 Blast Burns, although it's not very effective, the damage does add up. So that's their Charizard down. Here they come in with a Raikou. I go for the Play Rough straight away. They shield. Here I'm just trying to charge up quickly. However, they managed to get there before me. I do shield because I know that I'm just so close to getting another charge move. I go for the Ice Beam. They shield it, and they get to a charge move just before me. Taking out my Azumarill, I switch into Venusaur. I go for the Sludge Bomb. Because they've got no shields left, that's obviously going to take out Raikou. And somehow I've still got some charge left. They switch into Quagsire, and the Frenzy Plant just KOs Quagsire. GG's. So here we are for round 2. Here I was starting off, again I forgot to look at my opponent's team. Starting off with Azumarill, and what's this thing called? Lantern. That was something that I hadn't actually come up against in practice. So I switched to Venusaur, although they were obviously going to switch pretty quickly into Charizard. Go for the Sludge Bomb, and I managed to take one of their shields. However, they take out my Venusaur. Switch back into Azumarill. Quickly go for the Play Rough. Do some of their health. They go for a Blast Burn. It does quite a bit of damage, but I don't shield it. They go for a Dragon Claw, which stupidly I shield. Obviously I wasn't gonna know what it was. I take out their Charizard. I've still got some charge left with Azumarill. They switch into Venusaur, so I hit the Ice Beam, which they're obviously going to shield, and then I switch into Charizard. Here I wasn't sure, I thought they were going to go for Frenzy Plant with how quick it charged up, but they hit my Charizard with the Sludge Bomb, and then changed to Lantern, quickly taking out my Charizard. Last ditch attempt with the Azumarill to take out the Lantern, however I don't manage, and they take the first round. For round 2, I started off with I didn't actually start off with the same Pokemon. I started off with Venusaur, but I still went for the same 3. They brung in Beedrill. I wasn't actually sure what fast move it was going to have, but it actually had Infestation, so I got a little bit of charge going and then switched out. I took some damage off with Charizard. I kind of suspected they were going to go for the Sludge Bomb, so I shield that. They bring in Lantern. I go for the Blast Burn, which does some damage, but not enough. I managed to get another Dragon Claw off. They actually shield that, and I think I actually managed to get one last... no, I don't. Never mind what I was saying. So they go for the Thunderbolt, taking out my Charizard. Switch into Venusaur, going for the Frenzy Plant, taking out their Lantern. Next, they're going to be bringing in Beedrill again. They've obviously got charge saved up, so they go for the Aerial Ace, which was actually an interesting move. I didn't expect to see that. I go for the Sludge Bomb, and they actually shield that, so yeah, that's going to be my Venusaur finished. So I'm left with just Azumarill. I managed to take out the Beedrill, however they've got Venusaur, so I'm kind of stuffed. I managed to get an Ice Beam off, which does a lot of damage, but not quite enough. And they go for the Frenzy Plant, which takes out my Azumarill. So I'm here with the third and final round. Well, my third and final opponent. I brung in Venusaur first because I started noticing that people had been bringing in water types first, because generally they're the bulkiest. So I went with Venusaur, and thankfully they brought out Quagsire. Straight away going for the Frenzy Plant. They shield, which is obviously a wise decision. They get a charge move going. I shield it because Sludge Bomb, that would have done a lot to Venusaur. I just farm energy off the Quagsire, and I get a quick Sludge Bomb in onto Charizard before swapping. I swap into Azumarill, and Charizard manages to get another charge move off. They go for the Dragon Claw, which is good because I didn't shield. At this point I'm just kind of farming with Azumarill as well. They go for a Blast Burn, doesn't do a whole lot, and I managed to take out the Charizard with the Azumarill with some energy charged up. Here they go for Quagsire again. I shouldn't really have gone for a charge move, but I was just kind of out of habit. Well, I just wanted to get rid of the Quagsire in case they'd swapped out with Quagsire having energy. But they bring in Venusaur for their final Pokemon. They managed to get another charge move off, but I'm not going to bother shielding because Azumarill's got so low health. At this point, I should have brought in Charizard, but I was just kind of playing about. I was kind of just playing. I was kind of playing about here. But I should have just brought out the Charizard first. But yeah. Second battle of the third opponent. Here I bring in Azumarill, and they bring in Venusaur. So I get a little bit of charge going, and then I swap into Charizard. Well, I tried to. You saw it glitched there. I don't bother shielding because I presumed it was going to be a Frenzy Plant because of how quick it charged. I go for a Dragon Claw. I was actually kind of surprised they didn't swap Pokemon. But they go for a second charge move, going for a Frenzy Plant, so they actually managed to bait the shield from me, which was good. I've got enough energy for a Dragon Claw and now a Blast Burn. I go for a quick Blast Burn before dying, just to either bait the shield or take a chunk of health, but I managed to bait the shield. Here I swap into Venusaur, or at least I would hope that I do. Yep, there we go. And I'm just kind of chunking away. I've still got a shield left. I don't bother. Oh no, I do actually use it, my bad. I use the shield, and that ends up with Quagsire going down. Here, Fortress, another thing that I haven't really battled much. I get off as many charge moves as I can, just to chip away at its health, because it's quite a bulky thing. I go for the Ice Beam, because I know that Play Rough isn't going to be very effective, and they manage to get a charge move off, but they go for the Earthquake, which isn't quite enough to take down Azumarill, and I just managed to get an Ice Beam in, which will be taking out the Fortress, and that leaves with just their Quagsire, who I managed to take. Oh, I don't actually manage to take out with Bubble, my bad. They go for the Sludge Bomb, taking out Azumarill, and with Venusaur with just a little bit of health left, I managed to take out the Quagsire. So this was the final standings. I ended up coming fourth due to silly mistakes and not looking at my opponent's Pokemon. Silly mistakes in the second round. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like or a dislike, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya. Peace.